Alright, looks like we're live. Pause the music. Bring it back over. That is out of the way. And we are live for the first round. Looks like they're skipping pistol, going straight into the gun round. Normally they choose a pistol and then fight for which side to start on, but looks like they've opted to forfeit that and just start with their base guns in the game. We have Vin Rogue versus Fishscale's main team. Mix of mostly French, a couple Russians here and there. Let's go ahead and follow Baguette as he pushes on the left side. Early preen is coming out. Not a bad one, but not quite on position to where he needs to be. You can see Baguette looking on the left. He's trying to spot that player up above on the cross side. Jimmy trying to get the shot off. Ooh, the first kill of the game is going to go to Saucisson onto HMHZ. JoeseF, though, getting the kill into Baguette on the flank is going to stop that push. Ooh, Beret, though, getting the kill into Propagandabrot, and Jimmy getting the kill onto Beret. Oh! Well, yeah, it won't spot that player. But not able to get the shot off quite yet. See him there prone, waiting for the push. We can see the flank as well happening. Jimmy trying to stop that B-cap for the Insurgents. Going for the wall bang. Isn't going to nail it. Needs to shoot a little bit more to the right on that one. On the bad spot. Ooh, but an early kill again. Looks like Foie Gras covering that main market area to where he can't really push around. Ooh, but Jimmy wins a fight against Saucisson. He should have been waiting in the thing there. And Fish, with the help, comes in to kill Vin Rogue as he runs into B. But Fish spots that last player. It's going to be Foie Gras having to push outside of Billboard. Pushing into B. Gets on to B to block. Tries to get... He's partially getting wall banged. Foie actually re-peeking it. A little dangerous. Pre-firing it. He has to make the shot. He gets the first kill. 1v1 now. Fishscale versus Foie Gras, and Fish on the side will take him out. First round will go to Fish's team, 1-0. Pretty good round there. Pretty good rotations coming out from both sides. Really, really good play on Billboard there. That was super, like, security had no way to push around there, and that late flank was what they really needed in order to get that round win there. So, good play from both sides. Ultimately, Fish won it out in that 2v1. You know, Foie tried his best on that flank, but it's when you're in we're on that side and you're playing in a 2v1 again in a situation like that. Unfortunately, the pre-fire timing was off on the left there. If he got that and probably killed him, he probably would have won the round. But ended up not being today. So let's go ahead and follow Vin Rogue from spawn. Mind you, I apologize. I'm gonna mess up the names. I don't speak French at all or Russian, so apologies if I mess up your name. Not intending to, I'm just not naturally a speaker. Oh, Raid with an early nade kill is going to get the kill on the Saucisson as Propaganda gets onto B pretty much for free with that MP7. See, they're both waiting pretty passively, although Beret does not spot that player running close. Looks like HMHZ pushes through onto Billboard. Will he expect the player from behind? Oh, gets breached, but isn't able to get the turn on in time. Vin Rogue gets the kill onto Rouge as well on the flank side, which means security, a bit of an advantage. HMHZ taking up Baguette. Not a bad start. Foie sitting on C, leaving his team kind of stuck to try and 2v3, make that 1v3. Jose getting another kill going off this game. Vin Rogue on the flank. Gets the kill into Propaganda. Will he get the second one? No, Jimmy will take him out. Just Saucisson, actually just Foie Gras once again. Going for the late game flank onto A, not a bad call, especially if you're last man standing. Only a minute and 10 seconds left. Security already had Bravo controlled, so they basically have it locked down. Fish now coming in for the flank, trying to stop A-cap. See, both of them actually 2v1. Them working together, trying to tandem it, actually making it 3, because we have Jimmy as well coming in on the flank. So you can see they're all pushing from the same side. Foie will get one kill into HMHZ, but unfortunately, Fishscale will nade him out, and will take the round win 2-0.
Alright, I'm just joining in.
Alright, welcome.
Sorry about the delay.
It happens, no problem. You got a tournament to run, so it's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's just coordinating with the teams and making sure they have their subs and servers.
It's always fun to deal with that kind of stuff, especially in a PUG environment where everyone's kind of new to each other. So, that round, pretty good teamwork coming out from security. Insurgents playing passive there didn't really work out in their favor. They can't try and control B if they don't have full control of their own flanks. Teammates unfortunately got flanked there and kind of got left to just Foie Gras kind of on Charlie to try and clutch it from A. He did his best. He did get a kill, but that's not a tough one to make on somebody. So, Fish with the double nade around the behind Bravo. Oh, but Saucisson getting a kill into Habmensch, pushing a little too fast, and Market is going to be big. Propagandabot still hitting on Propagandabro, still on B, holding on as it's like Insurgents again, very passive, not trying to play too much into B, but they're playing in an area that where security's not going to be in the backside of Bravo. They're going to mostly focus on B and A, their own objectives and that neutral objective. So they wouldn't really be trying to push around the backside of Bravo into the Insurgent area. So covering that's not really necessary. Not sure if it's their first time playing, but that's normally you want to be where the enemies are at. Ooh! Jose, though, gets the kill into Foie Gras, pushing out a little too aggressively there. And controlling B pretty heavily.
Good out control.
Indeed. And we have Jimmy coming in for the second push now, double stacking against Sicilian.
Funny they're not using a market player so far.
Yeah,
Or I guess he was down.
Yeah, he got killed. I think Rouge was in there and got popped by Jose. We have... Oh, here comes Propaganda pushing fast. Gets the kill on the Sicilian. Could not turn fast enough. Baguette last alive on A. Partially capped up. Looks like security was waiting to clear out Bravo. Here comes Fish. Sneaking around. About to breach in. Taking a sweet old time. One shot, one kill. Another round on the board for Fish scale. 3-0. So, Insurgents are playing passive again on B. They're trying to only send 2 or 3 on the backside of Bravo here. This area here, security's never going to be in that area. So there's no real point to playing in that section as an Insurgent. You should be playing at least around Bravo, from Quadrant 4 on the left side there, to kind of basically 4 and 5 at the most. You shouldn't be playing around the backside of C, because no one's going to be over there for a security player. If they push, it's going to be one guy versus... So, bit of an interesting strategy call on there. Sending 2 C. You could go for an AC strat. That's totally valid, where you send the entire team around to A and C, and you have them guard this whole kind of block. But currently they're not doing that. They're sending 3. Early pre-nade on B is not going to get anybody, unfortunately. Sicilian playing it safe. He'll get on the block, Bravo Cap. They do get the pre-fires close. Ooh, Sicilian actually taking some damage there from... Habmensch. Ooh, and Beret gets the kill though on the JoeseF. Oh, and Vinro gets another kill on the Habmensch as well. Finally, a bit of work coming in there for them. Could be their first round on the board, potentially. Not to jinx it, although we see that Fish Scale's flanking him from behind. About to peek. Gets the shot. Will he get the second kill? Insurgents not turning around or seemingly really noticing Fish Scale flanking them. Gets the kill. And security takes control of Bravo, down to just Baguette and Foie Gras last alive on C.
Fish playing the flank as he usually does.
Indeed, he's gotten a lot of kills there this game, and we can see Foie Gras and Baguette trying to work together, trying to kind of bound and cover each other's footsteps that way and pace. Only they're looking in a not ideal location. Need to be looking out towards Bravo and towards the enemy spawn, as you're going to be having now 3 security players come back in. Good work by Sicilian and Vinrogue on the... Oh, Jimmy getting caught out by Baguette. Finally covering A, although you can see Foie Gras. Oh, nice shot there onto Fish Scale. Kind of caught off guard there. Habmensch coming into block A as fast as he can. Oh, Foie Gras taking out one. But oh, Habmensch finally taking out Baguette. And Jose taking out Foie Gras. Gives the round again to Fish Scale, now 4-0.
Seems objective dominance so far.
Indeed, the plays there have been super aggressive, and for security, it's worked out really well. The big thing is that as an Insurgent player on Bravo, if you don't have your flanks covered, you gotta watch your own back more than just like playing B as if you were playing a regular, like with a team kind of game. Wouldn't you say?
Definitely, you need to really know your rotations. So you should be having somebody going around that point when you focus on an objective like Bravo on this map.
Indeed. So so far in this pace, what would be the one thing that Vinrogue's team could do to actually... Wait. It looks like Insurgents are not staying in spawn.
We have one AFK player.
Oh, rip. I don't think the Insurgents quite realize that yet. Looks like they've actually started to play out, as if they're actually playing in the round. Could you tell them that they're not playing?
Yeah, it looks like it's not.
Yeah, they need to.
It's not live.
It isn't live, and for some reason, spectator chat doesn't show up for players. So, if you could, I don't have any of them added. Unfortunately, these are all new people. So, if you could contact them, that'd be great. There we go. Okay. See if that fixed.
Looks like we're having a break.
Yeah, technical difficulties. This indeed happens to everybody. Insurgents, they still don't understand that it's not live. They're still playing as if they are in round. So, which one was? Vinrogue is the captain, right? All right, let me contact him, let him know. Okay, it looks like they...
Looks like it's okay.
Okay, now they're live. Now we're good to go. Well, they're just practicing, of course. Good practice. In any case, we're finally back in round here. They're currently Fishkill's team is up ahead by 4-0. This is a pretty big lead. For the half, though, it's not bad. Usually... I don't remember if Security or Insurgent actually has the advantage. I know it's somewhat sighted, but it's not bad, though.
That they're taking their time to get to Bravo.
Indeed.
See how that plays out for them.
Yeah, Security actually playing a little bit passive, and Insurgents spreading out way wider, fanning out to actually pretty good position. Going to catch out Fishscale, but doesn't land the shot. Baguette, you got to feel bad. Foie, Gras, they're taking out Fishscale on the flank. Not
Security
bad.
has great control of Bravo right now. They have Market, they have River. They can see rubble as well. They have a good setup. This is what you're looking for on a team. Somebody top bunker, top shrine, and could be watching a market.
Indeed, and another kill out for Foie Gras as he catches out another one. Trying to make the push towards A. Looks like Security is kind of aware that someone's probably over there. Oh, they know that there's an objective player on Bravo. So they're just waiting for the push. Now here it comes. Saucisson about to get flanked on the side. Oh, just like that, gets double teamed and taken out. Just to Foie Gras last alive on A. Playing upper A, but not actually capping it out. He makes the jump off to try and go B in a 1v3. To take the fight directly to them, although Jimmy should hear that coming. And takes his chest and will take him out. Another round on the board for Fishscale, 5-0. So, Growth, what do you think the Security team is doing right now that the Insurgent team should be doing?
Well, I think they're double playing a bit. It seems that they're not pushing onto the objective. They're not controlling or coordinating the French team at the moment.
Indeed. Looks like they've fanned out pretty wide last round, which isn't a bad call to make. The thing is, you got to be able to still focus on where the enemy is going to be at. And a lot of times, fanning out wide on Insurgent side isn't going to be as strong because of the map kind of build. Most people are going to play around Bravo and play in that kind of little square around there. They don't really move around the outside of the map that much, so it's not as effective.
Taking the long way, actually, to still get to B.
Indeed. Ooh, Saucisson gets the pick, though, onto Rage. Oh, and Jimmy actually nading Saucisson as he gets into Bravo itself. Minor cap, and you can see Insurgents playing very passive, but they're going to actually outplay Beret with the artillery strike onto Jose, but Jimmy taking out Foie Gras.
Map, but then they are not focusing on B, which is their...
Indeed, and looks like Hobbench gets the kill onto Beret as he tries to flank Riverside. Just Baguette last alive. He did not get that kill. He does know that there's a player still out there. Shoots his toes, but now he knows where he is. but not a kill for him. There's a Baguette's trying to get onto B. Trying to wallbang it, and you can't wallbang with that weapon, unfortunately. Another round on the board for Fishscale's team, 6-0.
I'm really feeling for our team here. They're fanning out quite nicely. You're thinking they're going to cover something, but then they're not focusing on the main objective, Bravo, and they're not pushing to Alpha fast enough to actually make a difference.
Indeed, they're kind of playing almost like it's squad, where you want to kind of cover the most amount of ground as you can, and then just kind of bleed out tickets. Unfortunately, in Sandstorm and with Firefight especially, it is all about the control points. If you don't have those objectives controlled, you're going to lose, no matter what. Especially because the other team will get a free respawn wave. So even if you kill them, they'll just come right back. So you have to have control of those objectives. They are the #1 goal. It's either the #1 goal of that, or you focus on just killing people as much as you can and as hard as you can and as fast. Which, due to the positioning, not going to happen. Fishscale with a nade kill already early on to Saucisson, losing B control for Insurgents. Again, they spread out pretty far and wide, but they have a little bit more focus on Bravo. That's what they needed to do. You can see Jose getting another kill into Beret as he tries to push out from Market. You can see Vinrogue as well nearby. They're already aiming in that direction, though, so it's going to be unsafe to peek. Again, Baguette not really watching anything security player would push from, though.
They're not really actually getting on the objective, which is why they're losing everything.
Indeed, Vinrogue gets the kill into HMHZ, pushing a little too quick. Ooh, but Jimmy gets the kill into Vinrogue as he pushes out from Market. You got to make sure you're covered from there. And last alive is going to be Foie Gras on the backside of B. You can see security knowing that there's only one left. They're pushing out a lot more aggressively. Like Foie just trying to stay alive. Trying to play safe. Foie. My apologies. I'm definitely not French. Pushing upper rubble, not a bad call to make. You can see that security is overly focused on where the Insurgents could be and aren't really covering their own backsides. Foie could get this kill into B. You heard the move. He looks away at the wrong time. It's going to cost him, and indeed it does. Jimmy gets the kill, and just like that, Fish will win the round once again, 7-0. Now for Insurgents, while they're playing it very passive,
they should be having somebody that's if there was a pre-nade which is thrown over the top of the building, then you can cover this broken wall that they're actually approaching Bravo with, but there's not even anybody going there. So right now they should be putting into yellow somebody up on Chef, looking towards Alpha and the back of rubble, and then somebody at sandbags. There's nobody at sandbags that's actually, so the security right now has the full run of the porch in front of Bravo, because they're not actually pushing Market at all. They're just staying in, holding their lanes.
Indeed, they're playing it very. You can see them holding back literally right now, just waiting for security to over rotate, but it's not going to happen because they don't have to.
This time they're doing a much better job. They're watching fully on the broken wall.
Indeed, Fish getting an early kill into Sicilian. Actually, an early kill onto Beret. Apologies. And Rogue holding that Market side, waiting for the push into B. You can see they're double stacked pretty close together, up and bottom. Although Fish gets another kill onto Baguette. Ooh, but Foie Gras gets the kill though onto HMHZ. Zay though with the flank.
No Market player is playing into the Insurgent advantage right now that they have not actually played in.
Indeed. Although Foie able to catch out Jose. Propaganda trying to wallbang B. Not a bad call to pre-fire there. See, looks like Jimmy trying to catch some players out on the side, but it's not going to happen. You can see Insurgents have actually focused a little bit more B this time. They're going to be a lot more effective, and it has since been more even. Vinrogue going to catch his player out. Indeed, he catches out Fishscale, pushing fast, thinking it was totally clear. Taking it for granted. Here comes the Insurgent push. He gets the kill onto Jimmy. And last slide on his Propagandabrot. And finally, the first round on the board for Vinrogue's team, now 1-7.
You notice they won that round because they got on Bravo.
Indeed. Playing the objectives is the objective of the game mode. So, if you're not playing the objective, objectively not the way to play.
For all you new comp players out there, I think that's a big thing to stay around the objective, cover your battle buddies that are on it, and rotate if someone is down.
Indeed, and when we say rotate, we don't mean just like turning your camera around. We mean actually moving to the position that your teammate died and trying to kill that teammate. So let's go ahead and follow. Well, Visca, I haven't seen much of the security force today on this half, at least. Most of them have been playing pretty standard, kind of a North American style meta where they have a pretty good spread out on most of the power locations within the map itself. See Fishscale going for the flank around Rubble. Ooh, an early nade kill onto Baguette, although Saucisson will get into Bravo. Ooh, we'll actually get the wall bang onto Propagandabrot with the AKM. Not a bad, not easy to do, although Beret will catch out Fishscale pushing way too aggressively. Vinrogue catching out HMHZ. All of security just dying in a row here, pushing out way too aggressively, not having control, and Beret getting another kill into Jimmy. For some reason, nobody can spot Beret sitting in the corner here. And Foie Gras will take out JoeseF. Only Baguette dying that round. Another round on the board for Vinrogue now, 2-7.
They're turning it around, focusing on Bravo. Very nice to see.
Indeed.
Let's see how it's going to be after the half, which is after next round.
Indeed, this is the last round of the half. Security forces have just decided to push wildly, thinking that insurgents are just totally limp-wristed and aren't going to do anything. But you can see that now that the insurgents know where to play, they can just wait for security to over-rotate, and security just dies repeatedly, not knowing where they are, not trying to call it where they are. They're not really changing up their strategy, and they're just getting mowed down, in a sense, where they have no real chance at a round win. So security forces now need to kind of think of what they're trying to do. This is the last round of the half, so they may just opt to feed the round. I hope they don't. They should be trying to play it to win. But we'll see how that plays out. Beret just going to sit in the same spot he did before, because it did work well. Surgeons don't know yet. Oh, HMHZ gets the nade kill into Baguette on the backside, although Saucisson will get into B. Actually, it's on the side of B. This is a really good position here, flanking from the backside into B here. This is super effective. Beret, though, gets the kill into Jimmy again on upper. There you go. This lane is making a lot of noise. You can see that it's surging. Yeah, Propagandabrot will take him out as HMHZ cuts out Foie Gras. And Rogue. Not able to spot the player up above him. Well, he does eventually, but doesn't get the kill. Looks like he thinks he got the kill. He's last alive. Oh, almost gets the shot off, but not quite enough. At the end of the half, it is currently Fishscale's team up ahead by 8. And Rogue taking 2 rounds. Not a bad half for them, although I'm sure they wanted to get quite a bit more there. Well, how do you think the half went for them, Code? Or Growth?
Well, I'd say they turned it around at the end, but you see the other team quickly adapted already after 2 rounds of loss. I really feel this strong team is Fish's team at this moment.
Indeed. Do you think the now security side has a chance at winning the next half and bringing a comeback back?
Well, if they can coordinate and hold their objective and get on this time, then I do feel that they could, because security side seems to be the strength on this map.
Okay. Now, do you think, despite playing on the weaker side, Fishscale's team has a chance of actually taking it and winning it pretty single-handedly from the security side?
I see that they've been communicating, and they part of the pug tournament was all the captains brought their full teams through the callouts ahead of time. I really feel that they have they're coordinated.
Indeed, I think you can definitely tell that Fishscale's team, while they're not playing per se like 1-to-1 with the meta, ooh, not a bad pre-fire coming out as well. They definitely have their ducks much more lined up, although Vinrogue, ooh, Fishscale gets a really nade kill onto Beret once again, and Jimmy gets the kill onto Foie Gras. You can see Insurgents are opting for a pretty heavy billboard kind of position as security opts to play in the center of B. Does mean the backside is open. As you can see, Fishscale coming in for the flank, gets the kill into Baguette, and the kill onto Vinrogue. One more alive for them, just Saucisson left. How the scoreboard might look.
All the way around, they're already controlling market, so.
Indeed, it's going to be a round win just like that on the board. Fishscale's team take it 9-2. Another quick round for them on the board. They need to make sure they have that flank covered. sending 3B is dangerous, but you gotta have your flank covered on both sides if you're gonna try and play a heavy B strat like that. In terms of kit, we're seeing a pretty common spread of these some M4s, a couple MP5s coming out. Mostly M4s, which is kind of a unique thing. A lot of the North American teams tend to go for the Mark 14 EBR and FAL since they have a one-hit kill for the most part and really good wall potential, wall bang potential.
I've been hearing those EBRs. You hear them because they make that distinct sound.
They do indeed, although it looks like we'd only have a G3 coming out from Saucisson and Baguette running the M4. Yeah, mostly M4s coming out, MP5s, but pretty interesting spread of weapons. Although we can see Propagandabrot already getting on B. Putting up the cap, and this security is actually playing it passively. This is actually going to work out well for them. Foie, Gras getting the kill into Propaganda within B. And Fishscale getting the flank onto Beret. Basically, Fishscale just going ham. Moving too fast for them to actually call out where they are. Lillian does hear them nearby. Fish trying to spot that player on Rubble. Looks like Rubble will have the advantage, but does not spot him in time. He's taken out by Baguette. Another kill for Saucisson, though. Here comes Jimmy with the flank. Nice rotation, gets the kill onto Baguette. And last side note is Jimmy for Fishscale's team in a 1v3. Actually, 1v2. This is definitely winnable. Going for the wall bang. Gets an easy no aim kill. 1v1 now. Foie Gras versus Jimmy in a 1v1. Foie has to win this to stay alive in this round, or else he's in the game. Actually, it'll be match point, so not quite the game yet, but it's supposed to be. Foie Gras actually wins the round despite that. Nice wallbang there. Played B like a champ, and they're now up 3-9. Now, these rounds are played first to 11, right? Growth? Growth, you there? We may have lost Growth. Unfortunately, may have...
I'm just right
there
back.
You are.
We're back. Actually, there's been a mess up. It was supposed to be the first to set, and we haven't. And it's funny because Fish is playing on Teams.
That would have been good to know beforehand. I guess they're going to keep playing first to 11, it seems, at least for this game. Next one, they're going to be first to 7, so they're a little bit quicker. For sure. Although I'm pretty sure that would have been 7-0, so it would have been unfortunate for Vinrogue's team. Luckily, they're able to play to 11. You can see Security actually mixing it up a little bit here, although Propaganda on the flank side. Vinrogue gets the kill, and just like that, trades back and forth. B being cleared up for Security, though. Beret about to get into a fight of his own. Oh, but Fishscale will take him out. He saw that coming, easily heard it, and took him out. Jimmy now pushing fast onto B. Saucisson will take him out with a G3. Just waiting there, hanging out prone. Jose now doing the same thing, just solo running onto B as fast as he can. Goes for the wall bang, not a bad call. Insurgents are also capping up A, so they don't have to play B. They can just wait. Indeed, they opt to not, and they will allow Bravo to be captured by Security. So 3 players are coming back for Security, 4 for Insurgents. Again, they only had to send 1 person to B and wait, and they would have probably been fine there. Even if they had to try and fight Foie Gras, they could have just waited. They did not have to try and push him on B like that. That was unnecessary waste. And Foie Gras taking out Habmensch from their spawn, actually. You can see him waiting on the backside here. Not a bad... This is actually a good time to be playing in this back position because that people are going to be out around C and out from spawn. So this is the time to play this position. Although it is a Security player playing it, not an Insurgent. In any case, there are times and places where you do want to be back here, but it's not the most common. Although you can see Foie Gras rotating out now from here back to where the enemies are likely to be, and can hear them rotating out. Oh, but Jimmy catching out Foie Gras mid-reload. But you got to reload in safe. Although Fish able to take out Beret early on. It's going to be good for him. He's sticking on A while Baguette gets taken out by Jimmy. Trying to get off B. 10 seconds left in the round. Not enough time. They're going to lose the round. And that will bring it to match point. If he gets to A on time, he might, but as he does, he gets taken out. And just like that, Insurgents will take the round win based on time alone, having 2 objectives controlled, and they are now at match point. The growth. Is there a chance that we can see a comeback coming in from Vinrogue's team at this point?
I really don't think so at the moment.
Fair enough. Currently on the scoreboard, we're seeing a pretty big kill deficit. We see Baguette running 3 and 13. Beret running a 9-14. 9 and 14 deaths, of course. Vinrogue 11 to 12. Foie Gras pulling 13-12. Not bad for his team, although Jimmy 17 and 10. And of course, Fishgale running a 27-7. Pretty impressive stats there. He's been on fire all game, just running around, kind of mowing them down. Indeed, let's go ahead and follow Propagandabrot as he goes on to B. Flashes early. Ooh, Fishgale will nade Vinrogue as he gets spawned. Leaves it there at least. HMHZ taking out Saucisson. Foie Gras though taking out JoeseF on the flank. You can see Beret flanking alongside. Insurgents have control of Bravo now. Baguette though coming in for the flank as Insurgents are not really positioned around to try and take advantage of that. Although Jimmy, as I say that, of course, he turns around and gets the kill. Security opting to go for, looks like, AC instead of B as the Insurgents have control of Bravo. Foie Gras trying to get the flank around, going long ways around. There's one player from spawn though. Jose might have spotted him. Beret watching nothing. He's currently staring at a wall, kind of hiding out. His feet were sticking out, so it wasn't probably the safest place to hide. We can see them kind of running around the backside of C here and of the map. Looks like they're waiting for a push from spawn, but it's not going to happen. You can see the Insurgent already ran clear by him. He's going to run straight into C and try and get the cap up for them. You can see Insurgents now flanking wide. They're going to fan out and hopefully take out those last few security players. It is their match point, so Insurgents have to win the round, and they will win the game 11-3. We get the kill on the Foie Gras. Last alive is going to be Beret, and just like that, HMHZ with the last kill of the game. Take it 11-3. So, bit of a short game there, but not bad. Insurgents, well, unfortunately, Vinrogue's team, they were kind of caught sleeping on a lot of that first half to where they had a huge lead built up against them to where they really didn't have much of a chance, especially with Fishgale playing pretty aggressively, playing really dominantly, and able to lead his team to a overall successful win. If you're going to play on a map like this or on any map within Insurgency Sandstorm, you got to focus on the objectives, number one,